5, 4,
3,
2, 1.
Hey everyone, welcome to another show. We're here today with the lovely Jack and the lovely Serena. How yous going today?
Hey ladies.
Hey.
What's happening?
Not much. How about you guys?
Oh, it's hot over here in Australia. We're still at the end of our summer and it's a bit hot outside today, but getting the fresh air, enjoying the last of sunshine before autumn comes. What about you ladies? What's going on?
It's cold.
Yeah, same here. Cold. Cold and crazy things going on in Canada. So,
Yep.
You still got the snow happening there too?
yeah.
Yeah. Will that subside soon? Like towards the end of the month?
Well, it kind of was. It was like raining the past few days and looks like it was melting and everything. And then it just started snowing again yesterday. And now we have a whole lot more of it. So,
Yeah, it could possibly go into, sometimes I've seen it go into June.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, wow. That's a long, cold year, isn't it? The best part is taking up with snow. Well, welcome everyone to the show and thanks for joining us today. Who can we see? Who can you guys see in the comments? I can see T-Shares and Nick Manis.
Kinetics. Kinetics is in the chat.
Kinetics. Hey, man. Frosty Dog. Hex Potion. Crypto
Wolf.
369. Who else? Power at Will Fitness. Sandra Larson, who's going to be a guest on our show today. Dingo Wolf, what's up, brother? Redbird. Cool. Well, thanks for joining us all today. Let's bring on one of our guests who was on our show last time, Hex Travels. How you going, Hex Travels?
Hey.
Hey, aloha everybody.
Aloha. Where are you coming from today? Tell us all about it.
So today I'm still on my paradise island, but I'm getting ready to pack and excited about Vegas.
Awesome. And how's the weather over there in beautiful Hawaii?
It's always the 80s, guys. I wish you all can come here. It's always beautiful. But
Nice.
But yeah, I'm excited. Thank you again for having me back. Ever since I was here last time, I started doing a lot of homework, so it kind of encourages me to be on the Twitter Spaces a lot, which I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I was, in day and out at night, and I just want to give a shout out to some of the people that so far has made a big impact on me, and I've learned a lot from them. Just a little bit shout out to Jay Future, to Matt Tater, to Hexy Cajun, Sequoia, the famous Hexicon, Hex is the way. They have all slowly helped me understand more about Hex, about what's coming up, all the projects. And sometimes we spend late nights and we just either talk about Hex or we talk about any questions anybody has, and it's open, open space. Anybody can come up and just ask questions. I think that's wonderful because, a lot of people that I myself is I need plain English. I can watch videos, I can read papers, but I need steps. I need a real human person to tell me, okay, this is what you got to do. This is the best site. Make sure you don't get, hacked and all of that. So I've learned a lot, and that's, it's the community. I think it's amazing, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And I've seen you in there, Hex Travels. I appreciate your little notifications. Sometimes I jump in and just listen to what everyone's saying. And yeah, there's a lot of information to take in too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really good.
A lot of impact.
Other good places to chat is in the Telegram, the hex.com, pulsechain.com, and PULSEX. They're all really good to jump into, and they have sometimes, up to 70 people in there just out fire. It's amazing. Pulse Chain's over 60,000 people, and I think PULSEX is over 40,000 people. So it's
Wow.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think
A lot of
Hex
people.
is still sitting around about, I think, 38,000. Yeah. So awesome. Now we have another guest. I did cut her short last time. So hi Sandy, welcome to the stream. How you going today?
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming. And sorry, at last show we did cut you short because we were finishing up for the Friday night hangout. So I'm glad you could come on again and we could get to have a chat.
Thank you. Yeah, it was no problem. I was glad to jump in and I'm glad to be a part of this. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. So, and how are you? Where are you coming from, Sandy?
I'm in Santa Cruz, California, which is about an hour south of San Francisco.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
And how long have you been in Hex?
Let's see. I got in on the Pulse sacrifice. My son told me about it.
Nice.
So I've been learning a lot. I mean, it really is like learning a new language.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
And just getting to know the community and seeing the leaders and the different characters and the timeline of the changes and how it's growing. It's pretty wonderful. I'm really grateful to have some skin in the game and be a part of this.
Absolutely. And you're in the right game because Richard Hart's stuff is probably the best stuff you can get into in crypto.
Yeah, that long-awaited debate the other day was really well done. It was so nice to see him stay calm and really show himself.
Yeah, he really was a gentleman, wasn't he? He was really calm, cool, collected, and very well spoken. And I think the moderators kind of like dumbed it down a bit. So right when they were getting into it, they seemed to just pop up and change the subject. But I guess that's what's happened. Did you ladies like the debate the other day?
Yeah, oh yeah, I liked it. Definitely.
That was so funny. Like 8 minutes into it, he's already saying how everything you said is so stupid, and that was just so good.
I know, right? That's the Richard we love.
Yeah.
Well, the guy himself admitted gold is not a good investment in the first minute.
That was funny. He kept going back and forth. It's like, what are you trying to say?
Well, I could see where he was going with the whole gold thing, like especially with the situation where it looks like we're headed towards with the Ukraine and Russian thing and them shutting down the banks for Canada and stuff. Like I could see where he's like going with that, but he also has to understand that cryptocurrency is the new next thing, that we're going to be using for the future. So you either get in with it or you get left behind.
Yeah. And that's the freedom of choice.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be a part of this. You can keep your gold and your stocks and watch us rise.
Yeah.
By the way, Jackie, I love your sweatshirt. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Suzanne Hexagon made it for me.
So beautiful.
And she made Sammy's too. Sammy, you're gonna show your shirt.
Yeah, so I'm gonna show you one. Thank you so much, Susanna.
Wow.
Susanna Hexagon for my beautiful shirt. I love it. It's just awesome. You're so talented. And these are really, really different. They're handmade and they're just pretty. Like they're just
very pretty.
Yeah, they're really unique. Really unique.
I want one. They're so nice.
So the Richard and Peter Schiff debate was it was pretty good. It was short. But I guess Richard got to say what he wanted to say. I mean, gold is a very old-fashioned asset, and he was going back on the chart. I mean, he is 40. He was going back by the chart for 40 years. I mean, how far does he have to go back, really?
Yeah.
There's no going to change Peter Schiff because he's very old-fashioned. He's a man of his time, and he's set in his ways. He's not going to change for anyone. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but a lot of the older generation, they don't want to learn about new technology, and what it can do for the future. They'd rather, what they were brought up with in their time, you know, the old traditional things. That's what they're comfortable with, and that's fine. You know,
Yeah.
we're not trying to change his mind. But I think Richard was just trying to make him see that there is something more out there, you know, and also, you know, stop telling people to buy gold. You're not going to make much money, you know. I mean, yeah. So there's so much happening in the world today, you know, across the whole world, and I think we're feeling the ripple effect everywhere, wherever you live. You know, one thing that going on in Canada right now, which Serena was chatting about before, is there's a lot of stuff happening with the protest, Serena.
Yep, there's a huge like trucker convoy, and just a few days ago, Trudeau did the whole Emergency Act thing, and it's pretty much like if you donated to the truckers or anything like that, somebody bought it was like a $20 t-shirt for like supporting the truckers, and just because of that, their bank account got frozen. So
Wow.
that Emergency Act thing just enables them to do whatever they want. It's pretty crazy. But then I heard that just 2 days after them doing that, they like, okay, no more of this thing. So they stopped it after just 2 days, which is, it's good that they stopped it. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
So Serena, they're obviously anyone who's partaking in the protest, they're freezing their bank accounts, are they?
Yeah, for some people, yeah.
Um, yeah. So what are they going to do? Like, what if they've got families who, you know, have babies that need nappies
Mhm.
and formula and stuff like that?
Yeah.
What are they actually doing?
Well, I mean, they don't care, right? They've already taken away everyone's jobs. They've already, tried to ban people from going certain places. So they really don't care. I don't know. People here are just a lot of people are seeing it and fighting and supporting the truckers and stuff. But I mean, unless you have another way to send transactions and you're not relying on the bank, you don't really have many options. So
So there was a big. Did you see Jesse Powell, the CEO of Kraken, actually put out a tweet saying that how he's backing the truckers, and Kraken is the US second largest crypto exchange, and he donated a whole Bitcoin to the protesters.
oh, cool. I didn't hear about that. That's cool.
Yeah, which that's a lot of dough, really. I mean, that's a really decent donation. So when
Mhm.
he did tweet out his tweet, basically saying that, you know, the traditional finance system has been weaponized, crowdfunding regulated, individuals losing their freedom to access their money, you know, so it's, you
Mhm.
know, we're losing freedom of speech. So, you know, the Canadian government didn't like it. They basically reminded him that Kraken is required to comply with the government enforced seizures.
Mm.
So, you know, it just goes to show that they're like wherever you go, they're going to be.
Yeah,
Um,
Mm-hmm.
they're really trying. And also, like, if you are somebody that's into crypto, they're trying to make it that you're a terrorist and like just bad, stupid shit. But it's cool because at the trucker convoy, there was people that were talking about crypto and Monero, and I seen some videos that they were mentioning cryptocurrency to the people there. So that's great that hopefully more people hear about crypto and get in. But
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
So, Serena, if I had crypto and like I was a protester and my funds got seized, would it
Mm,
be possible? Like, I mean, you know, I got a starving baby at home and wife, you know, who need food. What
yeah.
if I could, like, send crypto to my neighbor or my cousin? You know, would that be a possibility? Could you do something like that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it gives you the freedom that you can still transact if your account gets frozen, and you can still live and sell the things you need to sell. But then the only problem is the whole like off ramping from it, because if you're used to just sending it like to your bank account or somewhere, well, if that's frozen, you can't access that, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
we could definitely send it payments to each other and money to each other and stuff. So Definitely an
yeah.
option. Yeah.
It's a that's a great idea. And it's funny, Crypto Ewok, that's right. He is the person that said to people not to keep your money on exchange. So
Mm,
what he's saying, if you're a day trader, yeah, sure, keep your money on the exchange because you're actively using that. But
yeah.
basically he's saying to people, get a private wallet, get a,
Mhm.
that interacts with decentralized finance because that's your privacy, that's your finance, and that's your power. So that was really
Mm,
interesting that he has said that. And then all of us, we're sitting there going, yeah, we could have told you that because we're all in Hex and PULSEX.
mhm.
So hey, Hex Travels, I think Christine just tried to pop on, but then she went again. Maybe she's having internet problems.
Yeah, she was trying to call me. She's probably having internet. She said it's freezing in Texas, so I don't know.
Oh no, is it?
But
Um,
yeah, about Canada and with Ukraine, what's going on right now, especially Ukraine, it's very close to the country that I was born at. It's at the border, right? So family, friends, and everything are very worried and talking about exchanging money and transferring money. Um, it's very scary, right?
Mhm.
So a lot of even in Russia and in Ukraine, well, not in Russia, but I think in Ukraine they have also frozen the banks right now in the ATMs. Um, what I been doing with my friends and family, and not to this is not a promotional thing or anything, but what worked for us easy. It's Revolut. I don't know if they heard about it, but it's fast way to transfer any currencies, any money kind of thing legally and all of that. So it's kind of like Western Union, but it's more for all over the world.
Oh,
So
Mm,
nice.
that's what has been working for our friends and family overseas.
Can you
mm.
repeat the name?
Revolut, Revolut, like Revolut, like we're revolutionary for freedom of transferring money. But yeah, it's Revolut. It's a pretty good free app. It doesn't cost you anything. Just got to get verified, and you can easily transfer, even crypto into dollars, and
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So it's really neat. But yeah, I was as you were mentioning about banks and everything that came up in my mind. Maybe it helps somebody.
Yeah, and it just goes to show, the Western world is not immune to these things that are happening right now. It's not just Canada; it's all over the world. It's Ukraine.
Mhm.
You know, it's everywhere, and it just basically highlights, the positive side of being in cryptocurrency and being in having your own finance in your own wallet.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Sammy, could you go back to the comment from JC?
mhm. Mhm.
He said that they froze 206 accounts out of the 35 million Canadians. Only 6 remain frozen. So I don't know if I haven't heard anything about that, so I don't know. But if that's true, I mean, that's good because they didn't do it to that many people, I guess. But it's more of just the
They
fact that
did
they
it.
can do that. Like, okay, if they only did 206, cool. But what if they, it's just the power that they're given to do that. That's a scary thing, right? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
if it's
200.
true what you said, that's cool to know that they didn't, screw over everybody yet. But yeah,
Everybody,
so
yeah.
thanks for sharing that. That's cool.
It was
So,
really appalling to me to see how the media so clearly biased, and supported Trudeau, calling them Nazis and uh,
Yeah.
calling the Canadian citizens, to be thugs and they're the evil ones. And all they were doing was asking to end the mandates, which they're doing anyways. He could have
Hmm.
just said, "Yeah, okay, let's end it. It's time. Thank you. Let's go."
Yep.
yeah,
But he showed his true colors, though.
Yeah.
yeah, that's for real. Um, yeah, well, that's the thing, being a leader, you've got to have communication skills. You've got to, be able to talk it out, instead of going to these extreme measures to cripple people's lives and livelihoods. It's really, really bad. Um,
Yeah.
I was sort of thinking of, some positives about being in cryptocurrency, So, being in control of your own money, the power to move funds where you want. So even if we think of like the regulated stock market, that's a 9 to 5 thing. If you want to sell stocks out, there's a crisis. You've got to go through your broker, who has to also have a process. Maybe wait till the next day. It's not something you can do straight away. And I know for me, if I need to pull crypto out, I will have it within like 4 hours into my bank. Like,
Oh, nice.
good, yeah, yeah. So there's so many positives to being in crypto, especially at this time, and being in control of your own finance. It's really is the future of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 206 accounts too many.
Yeah. for
Yeah,
sure.
it's definitely them seeing they don't want crypto to take over because people will have, that access to not depend on the government for everything, and they want to shut that down.
Yeah. It's exactly like the opposite of what they want. So
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
really just serving to wake people up and get them to get into crypto to realize that it's
Yeah.
their only hope.
yeah.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I know everyone's probably sick of hearing about the war. It's on every news channel. It's off and on. I just wanted to cover a couple of things with the war. So just in case anyone doesn't understand what's happening, I mean, being all adults, they probably do. But so Ukraine used to be a part of the Soviet Union, and when they became independent in 1991. I'll just let Lindsay on. Hey, Lindsay, how you going?
Hi, Lindsay. Good to see you again.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Ha, just kidding. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, you look
Good to
great
see you
today.
again.
How are you?
Oh, thank you so much. How are you all?
Good.
You're good.
Oh, good. It's so good to see all of you. Thank you so much for having me on tonight.
Thanks for
Well,
coming.
I'm glad you're here.
Are they behaving themselves?
Oh, no, they're not. No, actually, they're so good. They're like, they're the best. It's winter break. It's freezing, and we are housebound with like sledding options, maybe some skate. I mean, it's so fun getting to create like different things with them. We've been working on like art crafts and things too, and then I'm like mom in and crypto in at the same time. I got one ear pod in, so I got like one ear crypto and the other ear kiddo. Life's about balance, right?
That's
Yeah.
right. You're amazing, Lindsay. And
So are you.
how's the streaming going? Because I know you're doing the ladies show now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been really fun having the ladies come on. And the whole purpose of it was I know that I don't want to do it alone either. And so I wanted to give women like a hand to hold too, to be like, okay, if you're nervous about streaming, let's just jump together. So it's been so fun to have crypto at the cabin with me. Like, I'm like, come on, Melissa, let's go. And Serena, I could not thank her enough for coming. And she was like a life raft last week. I was
It
like,
was
"Oh,
fun.
thank
It
you."
was so fun.
It is like, it really is so fun to like just get on and chat. And like, you are brilliant and beautiful and like this great
Thanks.
like package that deserves an audience. So if I have a channel and a way of doing that, then I know that like I'm so happy to have everybody's voice get heard.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, you're doing amazing things, ladies. That's so good. You're giving people the opportunity to come in with other ladies as well, because it makes them feel comfortable and
inspired inspired by you, Sammy. You are like so welcoming.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Lindsay. And I love that you ladies come on. We wouldn't be a show without you, really. We love you guys, all you ladies. Beautiful.
Yeah.
What about your course, Lindsay? I'm excited about your free course that you're bringing out.
That is always a work in progress because I think I know where to start. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I should start back here. So I have things done. I just don't know what order I want to put them in. So I think I'm just going to toss them out there, put them in a library, and let people choose for themselves. So that's the part that I'm getting to, is putting them up in a library up on YouTube. So everybody will have like a good resource for, oh, okay, I don't know how to describe what a blockchain is to my friend. Here, right here in the library. And then that's a community resource for everybody. So it's a win-win
nice.
for all of us. Yeah.
That is so cool. I'm so
So
looking
if
forward.
anybody else wants to like jump on and do a chapter for the library or do a book for the library, so to speak, like a collaborative effort is always so welcome and appreciated. Like DM me, you know, I'm open.
Great.
I'm open if you're open. Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
thanks so much, Lindsay. And
Of
I'll just
course,
take
rising
this
tide.
in, just so everyone can see everyone is, just in case they want to DM Lindsay. So yeah, we were just talking about the events around the world. You know, Lindsay, what's happening? You know, obviously there's stuff in Canada happening, and you know the war in Ukraine. I was just telling everyone, you know, a little bit about what's happening. You know, why there's a war. That's obviously affecting everybody. It's a ripple effect that goes around. So. Yeah, Ukraine used to be part of the Soviet Union, became independent country in 1991. It shares a border with Russia, and Ukraine wanted to become part of NATO, which, if you're all familiar with, they're the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. A lot of our countries are part of NATO. So anyway, so Russia didn't like the fact that they joined NATO, and that's why Putin has gone, you know, into Ukraine, bombed Ukraine. Now this affects the markets all over the world. I know the Australian Stock Exchange has had its worst trading session in 18 months, and oil's gone up to like $100 a barrel. I'll just bring Christy on. Where am I? Hey, Christy, nice to see you.
Hey,
Hi, Christy.
Hey.
You look gorgeous.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. How are you girls doing?
Good.
Good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. So it took me forever to get on here, just letting you know. I'm so IT illiterate.
Don't
So,
worry.
anyway.
We will, so what's happening
Made
over
it.
You're all right?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just having some problem with my setup, so I didn't.
You have a little bit of
know.
an echo.
Yeah, there's an echo somewhere.
Can you hear me?
We can
Yeah,
hear
we
you
can
now.
hear you.
And
Babe, I'm having problems. Jesse's
That's
gonna
my
help
girl.
me, so I just
you have a little bit of an echo.
Jesse,
Yeah, there's an echo somewhere.
can you hear me? Babe.
We can
Yeah,
hear
we
you
can
now.
hear you.
Babe, I'm having problems. Jesse,
That's my girl.
turn this off. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, I can hear you, Christy.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
That's better.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's gone.
There's you.
Can you hear
Okay.
us?
Okay.
Cool.
Nope.
So
No sound, babe.
Oh no.
Babe.
Um,
Everything's just completely. No, I'm trying to make sure I have all my sound off.
I'll just mute you for now, Christy. We'll come back. Yeah. So the Australian Stock Exchange, had its worst trading session in 18 months. When news of the war broke out. The US stock market didn't actually do too badly. It made a comeback, brief recovery. And you probably watched this week when we saw the crypto markets, crash. I mean, Bitcoin crashed 10%, on the news of the war. So, it does affect everyone around the world. I mean, we even saw the hex price, did take a bit of a slump. But if you've been watching the hex price, it actually is looking really good. It's actually bounced back. And we've seen some gains throughout the last couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed that too, Sammy, and it was a good opportunity to buy more. And the way I understand it is, I don't even look at the hex price anymore unless I have to buy. But if you stake it, it doesn't really affect me personally, because I know I'm not gonna touch it for 2, 3 years from now or whatever time, right?
Yeah.
But it was a good opportunity to buy. If
Yep.
anybody bought, take it.
It sure was a great opportunity to buy. And did anyone else notice that the PULSEX sacrifice did end today?
Yeah.
About
Yay.
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So, a lot of people have been asking, asking should I still sacrifice? And people will ask if they've still sacrificed, just like the pulse chain advisement ended. I mean, I'm not giving financial advice, but I mean the rate is pretty terrible now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But buying Hex, you're still going to get the copy, and then on launch, you can swap that over if you need to. So, buying Hex is still really good for anyone, and it's a great price if anyone wants to get in. Christy, how you going?
Hey, I'm back and I hear you.
Yay.
Awesome. What a beautiful
Yay.
home you have.
Huh?
What a beautiful home you have.
Oh, you're looking at my husband?
What's happening over there, huh?
It's cold. We had
Yeah.
a freeze and it was awful.
Where are you?
Oh, Texas. It's just
No.
so bipolar here. You just don't know what to wear ever.
And what's been happening, Christy? You had the meetup at your house, which we spoke about the last.
Okay, yeah. So the last time I spoke to you, we were about to have the Crypto Starbucks group over here, and we had the big party, and it was fun. Everything went really well. Everybody had a good time. It was a blast. We had so many people here. It turned out so good, and our community is so amazing. Like, I didn't know anybody, and I don't trust people coming in my home, but I trusted everybody, and everybody behaved themselves except for a couple people, which when I say a couple people, they're a little odd, but you got to have those in your bunch. So it can never be perfect. It's fine.
Oh, that's awesome. It was a great turnout. How many people did you have, Christy?
Oh my God. So it was like kind of an in and out kind of thing, it started and people were here and then it kind of just, I want to say, I don't know, Jesse, I don't know, probably like 100 and whatever.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you feed them, Christy?
Do what?
Did you feed them?
Yeah, of course they ate a lot. So here in Texas, we like barbecue.
Wow.
So we fed them a lot of barbecue, and everybody was full. And then we had like a fire pit going, a couple of them, and then they were DJing music and like I don't know, it was just fun. It was a really fun group.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we had the Hex Melbourne meetup a couple of weeks ago, and that was a lot of fun. And I just want to yell out if you're watching, Hex Spaniels and Hex the Artist, nice to meet you. It was a really nice day. When we first got there, and this is the thing, I'd rang them and said, I need your dress code. I wanted to book. We couldn't book. This was a rooftop bar in CBD. So I said, what about dress code? They said neat casual, okay. And I made it clear in the telegram. So, rock up in their dress shorts, Hex t-shirts, and they're like, we got stopped at the door. They wouldn't let us in. They called the manager and we're going, come on, it's on your website. The manager was much nicer than the security guard and we all did get in. They did make one guy cover up his Hex t-shirt.
Oh, no.
So, but it was a really good day. It was nice to meet all the Hexicans, Rob Kay and Stephen and everyone. There was probably about 35 or 40 of us there. Then Unwrecked Pirate and Blue Bum came down from Queensland. So that was really fun. Nice. Girlfriend, Amber, she's lovely. That was really awesome. Then we went out for tea. Yeah, just a great day. And we're having the Sydney Hex meetup in a couple of weeks in March. So
wow.
I'm going to fly up for
so
that.
So is it getting back to normal for you guys? That's what I've heard. So everybody's kind of like getting back to their normal life?
Yeah, it's much better. Like
that's so awesome. Good.
Yeah, well, I think this Sydney trip for me is the first real holiday in 2 years. Like, it's been a long time. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't even think you have to take a rat test to fly domestic now, which is
That's
fantastic.
awesome.
But yeah, even unregged pirate, because Queensland wasn't really affected like we were here down the south in Melbourne. And he said when he came, it was great to see everyone out living, living your life. And it is, it's just like being normal again. So yeah, we don't have any lockdowns anymore. Most of yeah, getting much better. So yeah, I'm just trying to get that. So Sydney meetup, if anyone wants to come over or come down to Sydney or come up to Sydney, that's on the 12th of March, 1 p.m. at the Squires Landing, which is at 15 Circular Quay, West, the Rocks. And it's just beautiful there in Sydney too. You get the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. So I'll take heaps of pictures to show everybody.
That'll be awesome. I'll be in Vegas.
Nice. What
Who's
day?
going to Vegas next week? Yeah, yes, that's you. Yep. And
I am so
I know
excited.
Julie's gonna be there.
Oh, that'll be awesome. Well, I want to see heaps of pics, ladies. Want to see heaps of you doing some really cool stuff.
I'm the worst with taking pictures on the fly. Like I'm not a selfie person. I can't with the sticks. And then later I'm like, man, I don't have any pictures of last night. So I'm always so grateful for my girlfriends that are the ones that are like, no, stand here, let's get a picture. Because like a year later, you're like, oh yeah, that was so fun. I wish I'd gotten pictures. Thanks for the girls out there.
When the Crypto Starbucks here and we were like having their whole party here, I barely got any pictures. And that saddened me. Thank God Jesse got pictures because I was so busy trying to make sure people were eating and hosting and like just, I wasn't getting pictures and there was just, there could have been so many good pictures, but whatever.
Next year, next round.
Well, that's what they said. They're like, next year we're coming back to your house. I said, whatever, it's fine. So, what did you guys think of the Richard Hart and Peter snooze fest?
Grandpa Peter Shiv. Yeah.
That was hilarious.
It was pretty tame. Like the moderators were basically cutting them off a little bit. Did you guys think that?
Yes, I thought he was drunk.
Well,
yes, and he was looking everywhere, and he was just not paying attention at all. He was not.
I felt like it was going to be kind of like low key, anyways. Because he's trying to get everybody to realize, there's a cryptocurrency and it's different from what Peter was saying. So he doesn't want to go on there and really do what he normally does, and embarrass him. So I think that he was trying to mind himself, to make himself look better.
He behaved really well.
He behaved well.
He dressed really nice too.
Yeah.
I didn't really.
He was fresh out of fucks.
I didn't really like those moderators. I found that main one kind of like old fashioned, like telling stories and stuff. Like, whatever. But actually, one of my mates in crypto said one of them's a bit of a schemer. He's involved in a bit of fraud there. The skinny dark hair in the middle at the end. But how did he get involved in this? But they must run that Gokko business as part of their cryptocurrency business. So that was interesting. But I thought that could have been better, and it could have been longer too.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
It would have been nice to have a moderator for sure.
Yeah. But what about the most beautiful thing that happened this month in crypto? The Hex.com diamond. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it's so cool how it's like with the 55 facets or whatever, and then like the 0.55 carat.
That was super cool. Do you think he'll make it into some cool jewelry and wear it on his neck?
I was thinking it needs to go in a museum, and then you'd have Hex.com on there, and everybody that visits the museum, you could see it.
I like that. I like that idea.
Idea of the day. Yes.
You
So
will
what
wait.
about that race?
Oh, the Daytona race. Yeah. Why are you looking like that, Kusti?
That was so. I was almost
I
saying.
actually rode my bike past JJ. I was like, dude, see ya. That's fast. I mean, gosh, that's fast to drive a car. I mean, not driving a car that fast. That's not his fault.
So, do you guys think it was
JJ.
the car or the driver? Because this is where everybody's like they have their moment on saying what it is. What do you think?
Well, there's two
Well,
more races coming up, right? So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yes, in Vegas, we'll be there.
Yeah. Time will tell.
Well, the one
I think
thing
it was the car.
that car was goddamn epic. I love that car. I'd love to hoon around in
The
my
car
neighborhood.
was beautiful, but I think it just
Oh.
needed something to make it a little bit more
Well,
faster.
Well, they
Is it
said
going to
that
be in Vegas?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Vegas and Talladega, but they said that those are all new cars.
But
Yeah,
you know, that was
yeah, yeah,
probably
yeah.
running on
Good.
Ethereum, so that's why it was so slow.
Good one.
one.
Oh my
I
God.
love it. That was awesome.
Wasn't
I
it
love
also a Ford? It was a Ford, right?
I
Oh,
know.
that
Yeah.
explains it.
Oh,
Mustang.
God.
So aren't they? Yeah, aren't they supposed to be
And
like
Ford running on Ethereum. I
crappier?
mean, how inefficient can we get? Let's be serious. Sorry.
Well, I think
But
Good point.
the two kinds of cars that were in the race was it a Chrysler or a Chevrolet?
I don't
Ford.
know, but they were missing the Audis.
I think they only do Ford, Toyota, and Chevy.
I think
Chevy.
they're Chevy.
One. That was the one. Yeah.
the Chevy
But,
will be in Vegas with number 66. So in Vegas is going to be 66.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The car, if you look at Agape posting today, he posted the details and he
Mhm.
has picture of both of the cars and
I
the
did
one in
not know
Vegas.
that. So it's going to be 66 instead of 55.
Yeah, there's two.
Yeah,
55
there's
and
two of
66.
them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll bring the spray paint.
Yeah.
Well,
Danny,
that's my husband's lucky number, so he's happy.
If that really happens, I did not do that. I am just kidding, and I do not support vandalism in any shape or way or form. It is not. It's not okay. Just throw
I'll
that
look
out
the
there.
other way.
Back it up on that. Oop.
did you guys
But
hear
yeah,
speak in the spaces, Twitter spaces after the race?
yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard him that annoyed, like hearing him speak.
I
But
love it. It's so loud. It
About the
makes
marketing, you mean? About like the yeah. Yo, actually, yes, I did listen to that, and I mean,
I missed
yeah,
that one.
we got like I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Well, you know, Agape actually came on one of the Twitter spaces late after like second day or whatever, and he let everything out. He was upset. He was
yeah, I heard that.
yeah, and I was there, and it's it's available if you guys want to watch it. It's recorded, but you know the thing is the way I look at it is yeah, we learn from it, but I feel my gut feeling says that these volunteers that went to ask to do this, I think they did it out of their own heart because they're so proud of being a Hexican or having Hex, and
And for
I don't
fun.
think it was more of in fun. I don't think it was more of, oh, we're gonna get 1,000 followers out of this. I
Yeah.
think it was more of, you know what, we're so happy that we're gonna celebrate this, and this is gonna be NASCAR, and we're just gonna have fun with it, and that's how I looked at it, and Agape, mentioned the same thing. So I either way, there's a good learning. I think Richard taught us a lot more about other type of marketing skills
Yeah, he
and
thinks
what
it's a bad idea to do this anyway. So
yeah. But
Yeah,
there's two ways.
I heard that too. I heard Agape speak, and to be honest, my heart sort of went out to him, and I did speak up, and I said to him,
Yes.
don't feel deflated, and I think, and he said he wasn't, and I respect that.
that's good.
But I think so. It was a lot of money, like $640,000 is a lot of money, right? And I think Richard was more annoyed at the fact that was there a promise of ROI on this investment? So when they crowdfunded this amount, was there expectations from this kind of advertising? And a lot of people have said they never even thought it. They said, yeah, it's good to get eyes on the Hex car, but they weren't expecting anything really from it.
No,
Right.
they're rich Mexicans. They were just playing.
Yeah. And I thought the car looked great. And yeah, it's disappointing that, he didn't make the race. But as we said, Jack,
But my thing was this, honestly, you're right, the disappointment. But I'm like, for me, I was thinking the whole time everything was so like hyped up. I don't care if he was like third to the last or fourth to the last, but last, and then he gets passed up on that. I mean, like we could have made it. And that to me was kind of where I was like, that was disappointing because I mean, 3 seconds into it, boom, done. And like, why? Well, that's why I say it's the car, because that car needed more money into it for the speed, because they spend so much money.
I think a lot of it has to do with, those type of things. There's a lot of politics that play in, a lot of those sponsors that are sponsoring all those major drivers that win every year. And, they have so much money into it. We actually watched a Netflix thing about Bubba Wallace on that. And their cars have multiple sponsors on there. And I was thinking, we just had Hex on our car. So there's no telling how much money is in, was it Kyle, the guy that always usually wins? There's no telling how much his sponsors pay for him to win every year.
Well, we have exposure and it was fun.
Yeah.
And people that were there were just having a blast, and I cannot wait to go.
Oh yeah.
And see this in person. So
I thought it was a great focal point for everybody's energy too. It's like it was building and play with cars. So
me too.
No,
it's something positive.
I actually had a friend that Facebooked me and they were there. Wow. And then he said, because they barely, I mean, when I say friend, they're like an acquaintance. Like they see I'll post Hex stuff every once in a while on Facebook, whatnot. They're kind of like, they don't get involved. I've told them that, about Hex or whatever. And they're like, man, no, I'm good, whatever. Yep. But they actually Facebooked me and said, that Hex thing that you do is here at Daytona.
See, it worked.
So I was like, yes, exactly. So these people that are completely clueless and think I'm crazy, let's go.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny.
To me, I think that's the whole point of the NASCAR thing, was to, get it out to those type of people that might not do crypto, and there's so many people that are fans of NASCAR. And if just one person sees that car and knows that, like they heard Hex somewhere from another friend, they're going to be like, maybe I should look into this Hex. It's here at NASCAR now.
Right.
Yeah. I think Richard's point behind that is that, like, okay, that great. Like, glad that they did that. Maybe I don't want to speak for him, or like, but my guess is that he might say, that's hope marketing. Like, I hope somebody sees that. I hope somebody goes to the website, like hope marketing. It's like, there you go.
Yeah.
Blowing out 640,000 buckaroonies. Like,
that's
a big lot of
that's
cash.
the thing. Like, somebody said on this a second ago, someone said that was some Hexicans, that's their thing, their dream. That's what they're doing. That's Ricky. Like, I met Ricky personally and we talked. He's the one invested in that car. And there's another person, but that's his thing. That's like, he has the money. So it's like Richard Hart, like saying that, I get it.
If you have the money and you want to do it, like, go for it. Just don't depend on that to be your marketing, like, scheme. True. I guess, like, that's not what's going to bring the bags that we need packed, can't be packed that heavy by somebody sitting in a NASCAR seat, unless, they own the stadium. So
well, there's interesting parallels.
They're not saying like Hex.com is coming around the corner. They're saying JJ is coming around the corner. So unless JJ wants to swap his birth certificate out before the next race, like, we're not getting the bang for our buck that we need for advertising. So.
Yeah. I had a really good advertising idea, and I don't know, you might, feel free to express your opinions, but like imagine putting like some really hot models in Times Square in a bikini or lingerie.
Well, I was thinking we could all go in together to get that hex truck to go through Times Square at I wanted to do it at New Year's, and
That's
have
cool.
because there's so many people down there, and if you paid to have the hex truck with the lights light up, because we were down there at Christmas for the New York meetup, and there's so many people down there. If you just had that truck going down through all the different streets there where everybody is walking, they're going to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what if that's an awesome idea. Send the truck and then send some hot models, right? With like decked out like a shitload of like hex.com, those little booklets that they have with all the information on PULSEX. So maybe 3 girls, 1 hex, 1 PULSEX, 1 pulse, all decked out. I mean, that's an attention grabber. Seriously, like guys love that shit. They'd be all
if you drive the truck up Wall Street.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we went to Wall Street. That day, I think it was before the party, and me and my husband did, and we actually brought our hex flags and pulse chain flags, and we were showing them by the bull, took some pictures, and then we actually went down to NASTech, and they were actually had some news channels there that were doing something for some statue. And he holds the hex flag up behind her as she's talking, and all these cameras are on her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
that's really cool. Hey, shout out to Dom. Thanks for joining us. That's our heavy metal Hexagon friend, Dom and Grippo. How you going, boys? Don't forget to check out their stream Saturday night. Is it, Jack?
Yeah, Saturday nights. I don't think they've done it They didn't do it last weekend, I don't think, but I'm jonesing for another one. Their show is so much fun.
Yeah. Even their Telegram's heaps of fun. So I don't know what the handle is. It's Heavy Metal Hexagon anyway.
I think so. Yeah.
They're a lot of fun, those boys. Yeah. Anyone else got some really good marketing ideas that they want to share? Because, us as women, we're very talented people. We're mothers, we're workers, we're entrepreneurs, and I often think that if there was more women in Parliament as presidents and prime ministers, we wouldn't be coming to so many wars. There'd be a lot more people because we're nurturers, we're caring people. And not saying I don't love my homies, my homie bros. I love all the men in my life, but. Us as women, I think we could come up with some great ideas for marketing.
Yeah, that's why they kept this quiet for so long.
Yeah, I think billboards are a good idea. I mean, if you're in a major city and you're going to work every day, you could say something like, "Are you tired of seeing this billboard every day? Hex is your future retirement." Something catchy to where you're like, "Oh, I pass that board every day. I could be on the beach."
Yeah. We need transformers. Do any of you remember a few months ago, or maybe longer, there was this like thing on Twitter. It was a hex transformer in New York. It was like
yeah,
that looked so cool.
It was really cool.
I didn't see that.
I saw that on Brand's channel. I think
that's hot.
That'd be cool. That would the 3D transformer ad was sick. Yeah, it was. That was so cool.
Honestly, like really great marketing starts with small subliminal messages. Like put a hex sticker on a gas station. Like put it right there next to the pump. Put it right next to where they're
the bathroom stalls.
Yeah.
Like
your waiter, your waitress. Yep. Your hotel.
That's a great way to start with like recognition, logo recognition. And that's something you could do small.
Bit Finesse is a truck driver in the US, and he always posts his pictures on all the pumps he goes to.
Yeah.
So smart.
Yeah, here's my sticker.
Awesome idea, Bit Finesse. Like, way to go.
So Jesse, I think I shared this before. Jesse, when we go out to eat somewhere, when we tip, he always puts hex.com on the receipt for them. So when they get it, they see what hex.com is. And we've actually gone to these places again, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, what's hex? You know, I saw that you put this on the receipt," and then it's just a conversation starter. So we start talking to them about it.
Yeah, I
A
always
couple of
like
people
to.
have gotten into it because of that.
Yeah, leave them. We always like to leave them way more of a tip more than what the bill is, and then we put a hex sticker on there.
I love. Okay,
Mhm.
yes, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, the sticker
Yeah.
is a good idea because it really it catches your attention. So
So
Yeah.
where do you get the stickers? Because the stickers that I see are the bigger ones. I don't know. There's not like smaller ones. That would.
I believe we have some on hexmerch.com
Oh, okay, cool.
that you can buy in bulk.
Okay,
So this
noted.
is
I will get those because
this is
that's a
my
great
new
idea.
pulse chain hat from Hex Merch.
Okay.
Cute.
Yeah. And it's got hex.com and I think pulsechain.com on the side, so it has the websites. So
Okay.
I'm marketing my swimsuit every day, okay? Every time I go to the beach, I wear my hex swimsuit or my whole swimsuit. And
yep.
actually, I get compliments.
Yep.
You know, they ask, oh, what is that?
Oh, that's
But
cool.
the
Must be
clothes, you
nice.
know, wow.
To wear a
Get
bathing
your
suit.
butt over
Every
here,
day.
okay?
Great job.
So how much would a billboard cost, Jack? Do you reckon? Would you even know how long would it
I
be
think it's
for?
I think it's more expensive like in the bigger cities, I'm sure. Like it just depends on what area it is. But I want to say we looked it up and it's from where we live, it's anywhere from like 700 to I don't know, maybe 1,000 or 1,200. Again, it just depends on the location.
Yeah, what
Yes.
about one in LA airport on all that traffic? It's probably like $500,000.
Oh, we could probably pay somebody to graffiti some stuff for really cheap.
There you go.
Yes.
Hoodlum.
Oh.
Yeah. So what else has been happening? So yeah, the hex.com and Tom Diamond, you know that weighs as much as a banana?
What?
Seriously?
Yeah, I was reading up on it. It's called the Enigma, weighs as much as a banana. It was created when an asteroid hit the Earth 2.6 billion years ago and was
Wow.
sold for just over $4 million. I mean, what a whopper. That was just beautiful.
That's insane.
It's just is it odd to everybody else as it is to me, like how all this stuff is kind of lining up and like meant to be for hex?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely,
it's the
Jack.
law of attraction. Yes.
Those, you know, that
I'll go woo woo all day. I feel like the numbers align.
It's like
don't-
what does Richard really know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
He
it's
knows
like
the secret. He knows
it's
the
like
secret.
Channeling
Like
Tesla.
it's like a chess move with all of his things that he's doing so far. It's like he already knows ahead of time like what thing he wants to do next to like get Hex out there and known, you know, all his different interviews that he's doing, buying the diamond, the launches, you know, he has set times I'm sure for that and the documentary. Like I'm sure he's wanting the documentary to, you know, like get all of this in. So
That's
I
gonna
can't
be
wait for that to
great.
come
I
out.
can't. Me neither. I cannot wait to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack, I feel exactly the same. And, you know, it's funny that you actually mention it because when he got that diamond, I was like, oh my God, like that is just amazing. And I really felt that that was just a real connection, like a real connection with it being a 5.55 carat.
Yeah.
So special and unique. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that got eyeballs on Hex. Like my mum, and she's a Hexicam, but she was watching SBS News and she said to me, "Did you see Richard Hart bought a diamond?" Isn't that really cool? So, yeah, you know, it really got people's attention, and you know, I think it's amazing. I think, you know, if I had lots and lots of money, that'd be definitely something I'd buy. But it's just so suited to the purpose, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, yeah, it's just amazing. I wonder what he'll do with it, whether he'll put it with his teddy bears and, you know.
I don't know, but I saw his airplane Louis Vuitton, and I don't know if y'all remember this, if you follow me on Twitter or not, but I found that and I posted it and tagged him in it and said, "I'm not surprised you don't have one of these." And he actually liked it. And a couple months
Nice.
later, boom! All of a sudden, I didn't even know. Jesse came up to me and goes, "Richard Hart got the airplane,
Message,
Louis."
yeah.
I said, "No, he didn't. It's so hideous." And he goes, "Yes." And I was like, "Oh my God, of course he did." $50,000.
Man, that's
Wow.
a bag. I mean,
Well, hopefully,
yeah.
I was gonna say, hopefully he doesn't get the Gucci shoes I posted the other day with the hair on the back.
I saw
What was
that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And you know what? Don't be surprised if he doesn't get those.
Yeah.
Because it's always random with him. So random.
I mean, I don't think that stuff's cool. And like, I have to say, even if I was like a billionaire, like I wouldn't buy some of the
Me
stuff. that-
neither. And I
Yeah.
love Louis Vuitton, but no.
I think it's interesting though
It's
that
not practical.
I don't like it either, but I think it's really interesting that he's targeting some really wealthy young people who are into that crap.
Oh yeah.
Of course
Oh,
he
yeah.
is. And it's so true because when I posted that airplane, there was a couple of Hexicans that are rappers that posted pictures of them with it.
Yeah.
And I was
I think
like,
it's so
"Oh my
phallic.
God,
There's
this-"
no way I'd carry that
I
around.
was literally making a joke. People were like coming up
No
like,
way.
Excuse me, coming through. It looks like it. I won't even say it.
What even would you put in that plain bag? Like,
I
it's a
don't
50
know.
bag.
Well,
What
there's
would-
something that would fit.
Your
quite well in there.
Rolexes.
Probably like a banana, the diamond.
Your diamond.
Yep. I mean, it's cold here. I'd put hand warmers in there.
But, yeah, half the stuff he's got doesn't resonate with me. Like, I mean, being I'm not even a brand person anyway, but yeah, like, I just think a lot of it's a waste of money. Like, seriously, some of the stuff. But that's him. He's always liked fashion. Ever since I started watching him, he'd wear those, velvet jackets and, would always have these really cool different shoes and hats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's my guess. But
Those
I
are
mean,
pants.
He
What
only
was that?
Was
needs
it London?
one of those people to make up as much as thousands of us do. So, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, I'm the sort of a more person like on that sort of level paying 40 or 50 grand for a bag. I'd rather like feed starving children. That's just me. And we're here to talk about Hex and marketing, and that's a different story. But I don't know if I could bring myself to waste that amount of money. Diamond, different story. Like, that's just beautiful.
But the thing
Maybe
with
he'll auction
Louis,
it all off someday.
but the thing with Louis, they don't depreciate, so it's an investment.
Yeah.
It really is. So, like, honestly, we look at the plane and the bear and all this stuff, and it's just, bleh. And the rainbow light up bag. It's like, okay, that's a lot of money, but it doesn't depreciate.
Yeah.
That brings
It's
up
art. It's just art.
Mm-hmm.
that brings up an interesting point that came up in conversation a while ago about in terms of like the laws regarding crypto and where that's headed. People were saying we should send hats to all our Congress people. So, like, they've got big bags, and then they'll be more apt to have the laws go our way. I thought that was
Yeah, good point. But do they
Yeah,
even
totally.
have crypto wallets? How would they even
That's
have
what I
it?
was gonna say. Yeah.
But a lot of people in my community, my girlfriends, are like either don't have time for crypto, they've got things happening in their lives where they can't research, or like, oh, can you do it for me? I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it for you. But like, I thought a perfect gift would be like, especially when you're going to have like a gazillion pulse chain coins, like, gifting them a wallet. And I know you should never do it with the seed phrases, but I was even thinking of giving them a wallet, but keeping a copy of the seed phrase, because I know some of my mates going to lose it. Like, I know that. Like, so, and I know you never do it in crypto, but I thought, well, at least if I have a copy and I trust myself, it's my money anyway, I'll be able to find it. So that's what I think I'm going to do with my local girlfriends.
Yeah,
That's actually a cool idea.
that is. That's kind of like what Crypto Heartbeat's having people do to pay it forward, to put some aside like that, and then when the time comes, we could all put it together and like water or help children or get rid of pedophiles or whatever.
Well, I plan on making one as soon as Pulse Chain launches for a friend of mine that just had a baby as a baby gift.
Wow.
I
So,
mean,
like, we
what
put
a
out
gift.
That's
like
perfect.
$100, yeah, and stake it out 15 years, and then when that child's 15,
That is awesome.
show them how
Oh,
to get it
and
out.
Jack, you're my favorite. Yeah.
Awesome idea.
100%.
And even
wedding gifts, like,
Yep.
so smart.
John was saying the same thing. He said he's just he just did the same thing with his nephews. Such a good idea to get the youngies into crypto because they don't even know they've got it, and they turn around and they're going like, "Wow," because crypto's only going to get bigger and better. Let's face it, it's not going.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I mean, look at the rise in stable coins right now. Like, stable coins went this week. So, and even though the rest of everything is crushing down around us, like, we have been in it for long enough to go back, and we are like fortunate enough to have many community members that can educate us with, like, I don't know, like, I could, when I first started looking at crypto, like, you would show me a chart and I'd be like, that's cool. Like, I could see it, but what does all that mean? So,
Yep.
like, we're so lucky that we have, like, people that'll break that down for us. But anyway, looking through, like, back through a year, right? Like, it really is something that works.
Yeah. Having some skin in the game makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I like the giving people a treasure.
Giving him a treasure.
Well, I will say all of us in our little community have something in common. Obviously, it's Richard Hart, and he has given us something that we are so blessed with everything that's going on around us, because all the chaos, everything that's happening, we will not be affected with that in the future because of where we're going to be sitting with what we have going on, like our future is going to be so amazing, and
Yep.
so many people that don't get it and don't understand, which saddens me, because the people you care about, you want them to understand and get it, but you can't beat a freaking dead horse. Okay. And we are just so blessed to be able to go forward while, unfortunately, everything's going to be standing still around us or just be complete chaos. I mean, we see it going around us now. 10 years from now, who knows where we're going to be around us, but we can make our lives and the people we care about and the people that we are investing in have a better life.
Well, it's so hard to, like, watch your friends and family struggle day to day and
I know.
paycheck to paycheck, and you're like saying, hey, I got your golden ticket right here, and then they're so scared of, like, they live paycheck to paycheck. They're so scared to, like, put that trust in that one little thing because, we grow up believing everything is a scam, everything's a Ponzi scam, and it's like, there's no way this could be a golden ticket,
Yeah.
There's a bigger picture too of like, once you get your Lamborghini and your castle, what kind of world do you want to live in? We need to take care of water. We need to take care of our planet and do some sustainable things with agriculture and organic food and getting rid of some of these chemicals and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's where all the hexagons can band together and like do great things to make a difference.
Yeah, we can do that. It feels good to finally not feel so powerless, like
exactly.
What can one person do? I can't do anything. Well, yeah, I can. I'm a hexagon.
Yeah,
I got a whole crew.
Yeah,
exactly.
For real.
Yeah,
well, that's
getting good.
Well, like the NASCAR, that's a good example of showing how well the community pulls together really fast, for something, and they could totally do that for, something way more important to a community,
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we've seen what we can do as a community. There's a few ideas floating around what we can do, and I think
we can buy our own island and all of us can just live together happily.
That sounds like fun. But I think if I was going to do anything, I'd probably run it by Richard first.
Right.
See if it's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't want him to get upset.
But imagine if you just buy a really big island and how many fun people would just be there, and we can harvest stuff and learn
could-
how to like completely just have good energy, and
I think we
everybody's
should
gonna
just
be
take over.
happy.
We
They're
should just take
happy.
over Puerto Rico.
Well,
Oh, there you go.
okay, I am like on that, because for me in Puerto Rico, I looked into that. I thought, but there's people that are moving that are rich, and I'm not just talking like Texicans. There's people who've been in crypto and they're multi-millionaires, billionaires, and they're
Yep.
not doing anything about the poor people.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it would be nice to have us move to that
Oh, okay. I see what you're
place
saying.
and build up
Yeah.
the economy. And I was
Yes,
just
yes,
there.
fix the roads.
Yes.
Just like yes. Well, I
There's
watched
so many
a
people without
documentary.
electricity. I was just there for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. So
and
you saw all that firsthand.
Yeah. And I learned from one of the girls that was brought our food in. We talked to her for a little bit, and she said there's an island off of there, not too far, that has a little community or whatever there of like maybe 1,000 people that has been without electricity for 20 years.
Ugh, that breaks my heart.
Oh, not having the internet, that's terrible.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, no, they have to have lanterns
It's been
at night.
since the hurricane, right?
Yeah, for 20 years though.
Ugh.
Jeez. So, Jack, did you see many Lambos in like the main streets in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, there's actually a lot of nice cars there. The place that we stayed at was at San Juan. It was the Condado area. It's really nice. Everybody has a lot of money in that area. You can tell there was a lot of really nice cars.
I have some neighbor friends of mine are Kimberly Gamble and Foster Gamble. They made the movie Thrive. What on Earth Will It Take? Which is about 10 years old now, and they just came out with the sequel, Thrive, This Is What It Takes. And they've become a real hub for people who, have nonprofits and who are doing sustainable practices to make the whole planet work. And there's so many solutions out there that are this close from making a huge difference that just need a little financial backing. I think if we integrate with what's already happening and see the things that we can bring to the next level, we can do a lot more than just an island. We can do continents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We can. This is big. We got this. We can do it.
Well, I was actually discussing with my husband the other day that it would be nice to, because, a lot of Hexicans do a lot of things charity-wise. Like, we might not hear about it, but there's a lot of stuff going on backstage that people do for, other Hexicans do for other people. That make a big difference in their lives. And I think that could be something we should gear maybe the Hex community towards, is maybe, it doesn't even have to be anything specific, but some kind of charity where you're helping somebody, or like some organization or something would be something really good to latch on to the Hexican community.
Well, that's what Crypto Heartbeat's doing. He's challenged to get 1,000 people to not give up, but just set aside like $100 worth of your Pulse and PULSEX. And so as it grows, we could be a group that has billions to put together to actually create solutions for some big parts of these.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely build mountains together. And there's some very caring Hexicans out there, and Pulsicans and Pulsexians who, get their hands dirty, and contribute to a good cause. So did you guys see the tweet from Richard Hart with all showing you all the like it was like the test run for the PULSEX staking?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes. He was going crazy today on Twitter.
It makes
He
me
was
think
tweeting.
take the snapshot anytime.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd
It's exciting.
That'd be good. So all I saw, and we're going to try and show the screenshots today on the show, but we're having a few technical difficulties. But so what it said was basically, so you can stake your PULSEX and receive X PULSEX. So I would say that would be the incentive token. Is that what you ladies think too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Lexi.
by holding your incentive token, you are participating in the PULSEX buybacks. So that's 0.07% of trading fees. So yeah, basically it's going to be pretty epic, with that buyback feature, that burning feature. So it's good for price. So I mean, guess what? We'll see what happens. But yeah, wouldn't it be awesome if they brought out V3 testnet like next week?
Yes.
Well, he's working on it. He's reviewing it.
Hurry up, let's do it.
He's finally
I'm all for
home.
like a
He's-
hurry up and wait situation on that one.
I
Like,
know.
Yeah.
do not put it out there unless it's, like
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, you
But-
can rush it, guys. It's technology. You can rush it. He's really got to look at it. It's
Yeah.
I
But
wanted
it is
yesterday,
exciting,
but
and it gives us
we
something
trust
like to
him.
get
Yes,
excited
I
about.
trust him. I trust him. He won't put anything crappy out there. So I'm being
Yeah,
patient.
I totally trust him too. And if it's going to take another 6 months, 12 months, which I've heard it could.
It better
That's
not.
okay.
No,
It
it's
is
not
what it
okay.
is, boo. It is what it is.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Don't have two faces. I talk to you on a daily. You ain't okay with that.
Well, I'm hoping it's on March 6th when we're in Vegas, baby. I always
Look,
say
I
that,
am
okay?
a patient person, but I'm like, please hurry up and retire my husband.
I know. I feel the same way, but still.
So,
Yeah.
We do love him.
That would be nice. Yeah, no one knows when it's launching, so
no,
we can
I
only
know.
speculate. We can only speculate when it's going to happen. We can't rush these things because we know Richard's going to make something special, and when it comes out, it's going to be pretty
The
cool.
best ever.
Mm.
Yeah.
For sure.
Did you guys see the OA sacked for PULSEX? Did anyone see that coming? Or I thought it was going to happen, but
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-mm.
Still
So, I'm
learning
sorry, what
about
was this,
so much of
Sandy?
these
What did you say?
products
Yeah,
that are
me
coming
too.
out. To
I'm
be
learning.
honest, like,
Yeah.
1.3
So-
billion, 1.3 billion, 1.3 billion.
like the number was astonishing alone. I was like, damn.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
it was 300 billion hex worth around about 50 billion, but then there was other sacrifices as well, which in total was around about 55 to 60 billion dollars in total. Now, that's a lot of money. That's
A lot of money.
that's more than the richest person in Australia. That's more than
That
their
can buy the island. That can buy that island.
all
Boys
right.
come with it, just so you know.
It's amazing, though.
I thought it was
That's
interesting how much we put in liquid loans.
Yeah.
Oh, the gold whale. Yeah. What was it?
I
$70
know.
worth USD worth, was it, Sandy?
Wasn't it like I don't
6
know?
million. 6
Yeah.
million.
Was it? It wasn't. I thought it was 70 odd million. Maybe I'm seeing something
I
different.
was thinking 6 billion, but I don't even remember the number. I just
I
remember.
thought it was a billion.
Better not be a billion.
I don't remember the amount. I just remember it was a lot. So it was really kind of given the okay on liquid loans, right? Level 4.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how I really feel about that. It could be a good thing or a bad thing for them. I'm not really sure.
I
Like-
think it's going to be a good thing.
Like, is he putting it in there to promoting them, or is he putting a lot in there so he could take his money out right when it launches and short everything?
Oh, he would never do that.
No, I
No,
I
don't-
don't know.
Not Richard's style. He's not.
But that's not Richard. The Godwell is what I'm talking about.
Oh, the gold whale. The gold whale.
Oh.
Not OA.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows until it's on.
The gold whale is a very smart man. Like, he made something. What did he make? $300 million out of $3,500 in 3 moves. I mean, he's very smart. So he knows what he's doing. But yeah, that was surprising to see him sack. I was surprised actually to see that. But Yeah, that's another story. So what else is coming up in Hex? We got the documentary coming out next year, I think. I think it's 2023 it's coming out. We got
Crypto Starbucks, they're going to have theirs out this year.
Oh, cool.
Oh, really? They got one too?
Yeah, that's why they're traveling the road show. They're doing their own documentary, so that's why they're going everywhere and doing all the stuff. And
They
it's
interview people.
It's two separate documentaries. It has nothing to do with Richard Hart's, but it just shows our community, and that's coming out this year.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, thanks, Nardo,
Thanks,
for the
Nardo.
55.
Thank you, Nardo. I love that 5555.
Woo woo!
So,
Yeah.
who
Are they done touring now? I'm sorry.
No. So they're still
Vegas.
do Vegas.
Yeah.
They're going to
That's
do
the last
Vegas.
spot, right?
Yeah, and then I think they're going to end it in Miami. Hold on, somebody's at my door. Hold on.
Hit the mute on your way out. Thanks, Tug. She's so cute.
I am so sorry.
You're so cute.
And she's got a broken foot.
Yeah, I'm hopping still. I'm
100% something I would do. Boom.
Yeah. So look at
Uh-huh.
that's my Christian Louis Vuitton boot.
Last year I was in a boot. I broke my ankle. That sucked going to Vegas with a boot. Oh, no way.
Girl, look, but I got my Vegas. Okay, remember we're supposed to be marketing. Hold on, I'm gonna show you what I'm marketing. I got my crypto Starbucks 555 hexagon scooter.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
It's gonna have my stickers all over it. I haven't blinged it out yet, but it's hot pink.
Are you taking it with you, Christy?
Huh?
Are you taking it with you when you go?
Yes, I have to. My doctor tells me I can't step on my foot. So I'm going to be scooting all over the place.
What did you do, Christy, to your foot?
Dog bone.
Oh, my God.
Literally,
I stepped on a
seriously.
dog bone and I had some tequila.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Yes, but it's okay. I mean, I've never broken a bone in my body. I'm 50. And now I have a broken foot. So
Yeah,
and it's this guy's fault.
Oh.
I kind of had the same thing happen last February. It sucked. I slid downstairs and I didn't think I've never broke anything before, and I didn't feel anything break or anything. And I looked down and my right foot was totally turned the opposite direction. I was like,
oh, gross.
Oh.
I heard it pop. It hurt. It was like pop.
Oh.
Yep.
So how long do you have to wear it for, Christy?
Huh?
How long do you have to wear the boot for?
6 weeks. And girl, my foot smells so bad. It's awful. It smells like mustard and like little boy's locker room or something. I don't know.
Baking soda. Pour baking soda in it.
Well, I just found out you have to Lysol it with sheets and then Lysol it. It lasts 1 day. That's it. It's just 1 day, and then it's right back to a whole lot of funk.
Can you just spray it with Impulse or deodorant or something like that?
Okay, so I did spray my boot with douche spray. And it smelled flowery for a day. But then it was just right back to the old locker room.
Oh, well, you don't have to have it on for too much longer, do you?
No. I mean, my doctor is concerned that I am going to Vegas, and he knows my personality, and he's just like, please don't fall. And I'm like, I swear, I'll have people around me that's going to help me. I'm fine.
Yeah. Oh, for real. There's going to be, I wonder how many people are going. There's like,
Tons. I have people messaging me all the time, like, oh, you're actually going. Where are you staying? Like, it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be the biggest Hexagon event. Plus, there's like, they're doing dinners, and then we have a mansion party, and Like, it's gonna be fun.
That is. It's
I
going to
can't.
be a lot of fun.
I can't wait for September. That's when
Me
Yeah.
too. I'm
PulseCon's
gonna be
coming.
there September too.
I'll be there. Yeah, that's
Pulse,
gonna
Yeah,
pulse.
I'll probably be there too.
Freedom
Yeah.
TV, Barry and T Money. They got it wrapped.
Yes, it's
yeah.
gonna be nice. I
Yeah.
love it. What about you, Sammy? Are you gonna make it to the States?
Oh, I wish. Probably not this year, but well, I'm going to Sydney. I'm going to Sydney meet up in a couple of weeks, so that'll be fun. But going international this year, like we just opened up our borders to internationals just in the last couple of
Yeah.
weeks. I mean, the big thing for me, like, and I don't know if it's good. Like, I've heard people traveling, but like not being able to get home for whatever reason, and having COVID and having to prolong the
Yeah.
stay. I've got a 16-year-old and a 12-year-old too that I have to come home to.
Mm.
And that's my major issue. Like, imagine being in another country going, oh, I need to get home to my kid. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
for me. But, I'm spewing because it sounds like so much fun. But next year, I think, is going to be the year. I think over here, I think it's going to calm down a lot around the whole world.
Of
We
course.
do have Blue Bums going, one of our Aussie crew. He's heading over there. So,
Yay.
yeah, he's gonna be there at the conference, I think. But I think that's the only person I know from the Aussie crew. I tell a lie, Hex Spaniels. She and her husband are going to Vegas as well.
Cool. Well, this time I promise I'll make more pictures.
Yeah. Oh, I think
And I gotta go crash a wedding.
yeah. Vanessa's getting married over there, so that'll
Yes.
be really exciting.
She says I can't crash it unless I wear a top hat. I'm not wearing a top hat. I'm gonna wear my cute little ears.
I love those ears. They're so cute.
I'm bringing out my pussy cat today.
Why not?
Anyway, I'm just a dork. Don't mind me.
Yeah. No, Vegas will be awesome, ladies. Live it up and spread that love and
Lots of love.
Yeah. I'm sort of-
Hopefully that's all we're spreading is love.
Yeah. I think I'm happy that I'm not traveling anywhere. Like with the things they are, like I think I'm happy I'm not going overseas. Like, I mean,
It's been 2 years since I've traveled, so I'm ready.
oh yeah, absolutely. But you're only traveling. How many hours is Vegas from where you live?
Just 3 hours.
Mm.
Yeah. I canceled my Maui trip. I was supposed to go to Maui. I was supposed to leave tomorrow, but because I have this shitty ass boot on, who wants to go to Maui with a boot? So luckily my foot doctor says, you can go to Vegas, just don't fall off your scooter, which that is a 50-50 chance that I just have to go with. But it's better than knowing that you can't get in the water because I'm a paddle boarder. I love the beach. I love hiking. I love doing all that stuff. And I'm not trying to go to Maui if you can't do that,
Yeah.
So going to Vegas, gonna live it up. And then 2 weeks after that, I get to go to Florida with no boots because it'll be off.
I'll be in Florida.
Really?
Yeah,
Yay. What part of Florida? I'm going to Destin.
Well, I can't disclose that information, but I'll private message you.
Oh, okay, perfect. Do
Yeah.
that. And I think some of the crypto people, Starbucks people, are going to be up there too. Just saying, because somebody's girlfriend, and I cannot say whose, lives in Miami, so they're going back.
Aw.
Yeah, so love is in the air.
Oh, nice. It's always nice to see Mexican couples. I mean,
yes, they're super sweet. But
yeah. Hex Travels, what's it like over there in Hawaii if you were to come to for a holiday there from international?
So right now, actually, as of Tuesday this week, they released the requirements to have vaccination when you eat out. And the governor and the mayors are talking about releasing the travel requirements altogether, sometimes at the beginning or the middle of March. So hopefully everything will be lifted up by mid-March.
Oh, that's good. Because yeah, I think I've heard rumors that it's pretty tough to get in there at the moment.
It's right now. It's either you test, you have to do the COVID test, or if you're vaccinated, you just have to upload your vaccination. But whatever is your last connection into Hawaii, so let's say Los Angeles, that's where they'll verify all the paperwork with you, and then you just get a bracelet, and then you don't have to do anything when you arrive on the island.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
So yeah, so it's been going. Alaska's been doing that. Southwest, I know American does that. So it makes it easier when you get here. You just get off the plane and go enjoy Hawaii.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's Puerto Rico was like that too. Like we had to upload either a negative test within 48 hours or your proof of
Hmm.
shots.
Yeah,
And then as soon as you get off the plane and you go down by luggage, they were checking everyone to make sure they had um, put up that information on the travel website, and then you were scanned, and they looked at your ID, and then you could go.
same. Yeah, same
Yep.
procedures here. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Thomas Turner, thanks for the super chat. Always good to see you, our kind Mexican friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas. Much
You know,
aloha.
Very, thank you.
and hey, is it Todd? Hi, how you going?
Jay-Z.
Daisy, how you
JC.
going?
Hey, I got pulled into the group, so
He
Oh,
did.
nice.
He's one of the girls.
it's my boo.
Oh,
He,
beautiful. Nice to see you. Nice
it's
to
a
see you.
girls' night. We're having a girls' night. I'm making him watch girl movies tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
I told him we have to take a break from all the crypto stuff. I'm like, come on, we need to watch girls' movies. So we're gonna do White Chick.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, speaking of traveling, a girlfriend of mine's taken her family to Thailand.
Ooh, pretty.
So she was telling me, so she's got a family of 5. So, but when you get to the airport, the first 24 hours, you have to stay in a government hotel. In that 24 hours, you'd already have to pre-book your first COVID test, which is $100 a pop. So that's for the whole family. So there you go, bang, 500. 5 days later, you have to test again, which is another $500, and then you have to test before you come back to the airport. That's $1,500 just on vaccinations for the family.
Wow.
Right here for me. I had a pee.
Yeah, to go to Thailand.
And you just fill in for me, okay?
So
That is ludicrous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I can't even
right?
hold that one in. It's like that is. I don't want to get guys banned off of YouTube. Jeez.
No, but it's
Thailand,
true,
right?
Sammy. It's sad. It's all about money. It's
Hey, I have to go to the loo. I'll be back.
you're right. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like, just to think, even like thinking of going to the States, like having to do something like that, it just puts you off even going, like even looking into it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Me, I know I'll be waiting. I think next year is going to be the year when we can, get some shit done.
Well,
You
not
said-
only
I mean, how much got
off,
sacrificed for freedom of movement? So
there you
what
go.
can we do with it? What, like, where is it going? Let's see how it gets to good use. 'Cause
Well,
it sounds like they
it's
need
not
it.
even. Yeah, it's not even like the having to pay. Not only is that makes it harder for people to travel, but the time slots that they expect you to sit
Yes.
in, and quarantine. Not everyone gets that long of a vacation time. Like how are you expected to actually have a vacation over in a hotel room somewhere?
And I
Or
think the
afford to
thing is,
for
what
the
if
family,
you,
right?
what if you get COVID? Like that's your whole holiday like gone. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
spend it in isolation. To me, that's not. I'm not gonna do it at the moment. It's
Yeah.
too expensive. There's too many what ifs, and there is hospitals over the world that are overcrowding with COVID. COVID patients. I know that here in Australia things have calmed down. There's not many cases. They're going lower and lower and lower, which is great. Things are
Yeah.
getting.
Same here.
Yeah,
But
same in Hawaii too.
I don't know what the health systems are like all over the world.
I think it's calming down, and it probably, like in September or before the winter hits, it's going to rev back up again.
Well, I read today that they were saying the CDC here was going to move to where you didn't have to. It wasn't a requirement to wear masks indoors at most of the places now.
Yeah, I read that too. Yes.
So it's like we're shifting gears from, okay, now we're done with COVID. Let's start talking about the war.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Keep everybody afraid.
Yep.
Next, that's what they're saying. Next.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, JC, what's happening?
Hey, so I was listening to what you guys were talking about. I actually, like in my legacy world where I actually work and stuff, most of that is healthcare. So I spend 75% of my time in healthcare systems. And so I've witnessed everything firsthand, like the scare, the beginning. I've been doing healthcare work for probably like 6 years. And so I am in my I'm a first responder. So I witness everything firsthand, like when it happens. And so I can remember from the beginning in March of 2020 when everything started, and being in the healthcare system and witnessing the kind of the evolution of everything that's happened with COVID. And so I've seen everything. I've seen the full gamut. I've seen pre-COVID and like my interaction with health care professionals all across the the spectrum in healthcare, for everything from doctors to nurses to emergency care people to all the way up to the CEO and CFO of healthcare systems and how they operate, and then witnessed everything that happened with COVID and how it all unfolded. And so I can tell you from firsthand experience of being all across healthcare systems in my metroplex where I live, that we are starting to kind of move into a place where we're almost back to like a pre-COVID experience. So
Right.
for the first time in 2 years, I've actually walked into a healthcare facility where I was doing some work that started about 3 weeks ago. I was doing I've started a project with a healthcare system. Nobody was wearing masks. I couldn't believe it. I walked in and I'm like, okay. So the actual healthcare staff, they're not wearing masks, and everybody's acting like,
Nothing happened.
kind of like,
Yeah.
like nothing ever happened.
Because that's
So-
normal mostly. Like as a former, like a retired healthcare worker, that was normal to walk around without a mask
Yes.
on. The only time
Yes.
we wore masks was when we actually had a patient that was on precautions. So like to walk around with them was weird.
Yeah. I remember the first time. It was April 4th, 2020. It was right after everything started with the COVID scare. And I remember the first time I walked into a hospital and there was an emergency and I had to respond to this emergency. And I was in the COVID care area of this hospital, which was all new to everybody. This was literally just weeks after COVID started. And I walked in and I'm there to respond to an emergency that's happened inside the building. And I do stuff that's related to building engineering. So if there's an engineering issue with the building, okay, well,
He's gonna bore y'all with y'all to sleep. Just make it short.
okay, sorry, this is like building geek stuff, right? Okay,
Yeah,
So-
snooze fast.
so the short version is nobody knew what COVID was, and I go to do this response, and I show up. I'm in full hazmat, full respirator, full face mask respirator, everything. I go to the dedicated COVID floor of the building, and I get inside that floor to respond to this engineering emergency of the building. And and I'm in full gear, hazmat, everything. And then nurses are just like in their normal wear with just surgical masks. I'm looking around, I'm like, wait a minute, I thought we were all supposed to die. What happened? How come I'm the only one wearing respirator? I've got the whole thing on.
You're sweating your ass off.
Right. I'm covering all this stuff. So they know something I didn't know.
Yeah. Daisy, that's great that things are getting better. You can visibly see the difference.
Yeah,
to things.
of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. I love
That's
it.
better for everyone. We're seeing it here in Australia. and everyone else may be seeing it in their communities, which is fantastic. We want to get rid of it. And we want to get rid of the war now. That's another problem.
Oh yeah,
No,
definitely.
I know.
We need
Awful.
Putin to calm down,
I won't get into my deep philosophy right
No,
now.
no.
But I will tell you that it was because of this experience that I experienced an awakening. And it's not my first, but it was another awakening. It was like a new awakening, right, in my journey in life, and which led me to eventually meeting and finding Richard Hart. So that it's crucial.
Okay.
It's good.
Long live the king. Richard Hart's the best.
Yes.
He's the coolest.
Okay. So I am the geek in the family. I do geeky stuff and talk about geek
And
stuff.
I love it because I learn.
All right, so the geek will leave, and you guys can
No,
talk
you don't
about.
have to leave, but I gotta sit down because my foot hurts. Yeah. Go.
Okay.
Christy,
Love you guys.
Christy, Vibe
See you,
Fine and
JC.
CEO is in
Take
trouble
care,
when I meet
Zoe.
you. I'm taking notes. She's the boss. I love it.
That's my bestie.
So we're going to finish up soon. We've got the FN hanging out coming on soon. You ladies feel free to hang out in the green room and talk some shite. Does anyone, should we go around the room and everyone can shield their stuff and say anything they want to say? Christy, starting with you, because
What? Not me. What? What am I supposed to do?
all right, we'll start with someone else. You want
Yes, please.
All right. Sandy, you want to start?
Sure. So one of the reasons I got into this, my son was saying, you've never been good about money. You need to check this out. And I'm like, fear and greed. I have no interest. He goes, there's even a guy who's into mental health care now. And I said, really? So that was Maddie. And my background is a mental health advocate. I've worked a lot with, trauma, chronic pain, psychedelic integration, things like that. And so my goal is to help people prepare, because the way our nervous system is, it's almost like we have two nervous systems. We're either safe or not safe. And the more time we can learn to spend in that safe zone, and we can be more present and make better choices, in this case, we're less apt to get wrecked, right? So that's sudden wealth syndrome. Like, we have to prepare. We have to start practicing things now. There's things that we can do to work with the nervous system. So like sometimes we get addicted to, anxiety and stress. We're all addicted to something, right? So if we can learn, I teach people online things that they can do to be more present and to have greater resilience, less anxiety, depression, chronic pain.
Julie, you need to be her best friend.
Sandy, will you put your
actually,
link in the will you put your link in the comments, please, so that people can
Please do
visit
that.
your most valuable service?
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. Sure, I will do that.
Yeah, please do.
Oh, that's fantastic, Sandy. Thanks for sharing that.
Yes.
Thank you for letting me. I love doing this. You look at I can see right through the media and stuff. They just want to keep us afraid. They want to keep us present and compassionate and feeling. And that's what I like to help. There's that. You want to hear?
Absolutely. Yeah. Do you want to put it in the chat, in the YouTube comment chat? Maybe you can even post it, tweet it out on Twitter if you want.
Okay. I guess I got to go onto YouTube. I'm not on there right now.
Cool. Who's next?
Thank you.
Thanks, Sandy. Hex Travels, did you want to preach out the good word?
The good word is, get out there and enjoy life. And Sandy, yes, Christy's right. Okay, so not to share too much information, but I do have a disability that is triggered by stress and anxiety. And in this world, and with everything that's going on in the world, it has affected me, and I'm sure it affected a lot of people. So it's something that it's not talked about, especially with women. So my goal is to get out of this thing, there's no cure for it, but I know we can manage it.
Right.
But the point is, you know, we have to remember to take time for ourselves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we do, you know, we listen to the news. I stopped watching the news. I just
Good.
completely stopped watching the news.
Good.
You know, I'm in a beautiful island. I was stuck in the house, whatever, just closing myself in until I realized that, you know what, I got to get out. It's up to us, right?
Yeah.
But and then I found the community, the Hex community on Twitter Space, and that keeps me busy because I love listening to them. And but that takes that anxiety away, right?
Oh,
Yep.
good. Connection.
Yeah. Yes.
Connection.
So that's my goal. If you know, is to in the future to be able to, you know, assist people with stress disabilities that are affected in the world, and maybe, I don't know, do help. You know, I used to be the most positive person in the world, and
Yeah.
things like this, the news and everything that's going on in the world can take you down.
It's
Mm-hmm.
And
stressful. It really is. So you're not alone in that. There's a lot of people
mhm,
that feel exactly the same as you do. And, you know, it's great that you are getting into the community and, you know, having talking to people and meeting people like Sandy who actually, you know, experienced with and able to share their experience with people.
No, I'd be willing to do a regular Zoom call, just, you know, no charge or donation or whatever. Just people show up and talk about it, just, you know, in the Hex
mhm.
community.
That's
Yeah,
That's
it
great,
helps.
Sandy. It's really awesome. And you know, Hex Travels, you know, I wish you all the best. You know, don't suffer in silence.
Yeah.
It's great that you're doing the stream, and you know, everything is still fine. I know there's a lot of shit happening, but you know, we're all still here. We're all still in crypto. We're all bullish. So you know, reach out, reach out.
Hey, the first step is recognizing and get out there. So
Yep.
it took me a long time, but I'm out there. So I'm not gonna
Awesome.
stop.
I'm proud of you, sis.
Thank you, love.
All
Yeah.
right, Christy, do you want to go next? Give us your last words.
Okay. So, I love this community. I love all you bitches. Full show. Okay. I'm in this because my husband geeked out and found out about this whole situation. And it's amazing. Like, I love my geeky husband for many things, but this was awesome. And to introduce me to something that was so outside my box. Like, I'm not a numbers girl. I'm just not. I make people pretty for a living and I glam everybody up. Numbers is the last thing that I can ever freaking think of other than the money that's going in my bank account. So, with that being said, I feel so blessed that this is something that is completely just blows my mind. Like I said earlier, like what the future holds, where we are today in this society, and
Yep.
why we are like have no freedom almost, and this gives us freedom. To me, that gives me hope because I'm a very free spirit, and I don't like the stuff I see right now where I feel like everybody is captivated, and that scares me a little bit. So this is what makes me feel like there is like the light of the tunnel, like at the end of the tunnel, like this is going to still give freedom. And
Yep.
that's who I am as a person. So that's why I'm so excited with this. And yeah, I just need some coins.
Sounds awesome. And
Mama gotta go shopping.
I've seen you on Facebook, I've seen you on Twitter and Jay Z getting in there and that's awesome. You know, you're really involved in the community. It's always good to see people doing stuff. And it's not about how much you can give or what you give, as long as you give something, even if
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely.
it's muchly appreciated. Lindsay the Hexicum, what's going on?
Woohoo!
Hi, ladies. Oh, this is so fun. Thank you so much for having me on. Like listening to all of you, like you're so fun, and it's just amazing to hear real women come on and like share real things. in a way that's not censored or oops, like that's like it's so fun to like be here with you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're always welcome, Lindsay. Always such a pleasure to have you here, much like you ladies as well. It's always
Yes,
good to
I
see
mean
you.
it's
Thank
like
you so
the
much
things
for
you
coming.
do for us. Thank you.
Yeah, but you know
Yes.
what? Isn't it without you, with you ladies coming on and, meeting you all and seeing you wonderful people on here. And this is what people want. They want to meet you. They want to know
Mhm.
what you ladies are all about, and they get to see that. So that's amazing. And Serena Alonzi. Serena, are you?
Okay. um, yeah, I wanted to bring up something before we end the stream, if we have enough time.
Yeah,
Have
sure.
you ladies heard of the freepulse.io?
Yes.
The
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Yeah, where you can claim up to like $200 dollars of free pulse an hour or something like that.
yeah,
Jesse!
Yeah.
Do you guys know
Yeah.
anything about that?
Yeah, we were
yeah.
Yes.
talking. Did we kind of touched around on that last Wednesday on the stream?
Mm.
Maybe? No. Sorry about that.
Oh well, you go to freepulse.io, and then there's all these games you can play. Like they have a lottery tickets. Like you
Oh,
get
yeah, I did hear about that. Yes, yes, yes,
yeah
yes.
about 10,000, I think, pulse, and then you just play games. Then you lose it really quickly.
Mm.
No.
Check it out. Free. It was at freepulse.io.
Yeah, it's freepulse.io, but I
Yeah.
looked at it quickly, so I'm not sure. I just wondered if
And I
anyone
think
Yeah,
you
there's
else
a
knew
lot
it's
of
good,
talk on
but
it today about it. There was a lot of
yeah,
talk on the chats today about it.
No, never mind.
mm.
I'm excited. I'm having my husband will do a test run today. So we're gonna create a whole new wall meta thing and then just try it out, see if it connects and start playing. But I understand those coins that you get right now for the games, those are not real coins. It's just more of a fun thing until it goes live.
yeah. That's what I think
Yeah.
it is.
Hey, I
But yeah,
just thought of a marketing event that or a marketing situation we can do. Talking about Vegas, when you get some hex slot machines.
that'll be fun.
Now,
I
how
Yes.
cool would that be? Drop your coins, people. Drop your coins.
Sounds like a good idea. But Serena, have you played it? Have you gone to play it? The free
No,
pulse?
no, I haven't done anything with it. I just heard of it, and yeah, I haven't
Check it
tested it
out.
or nothing yet,
That's
but
interesting, though.
Check it out
Yeah.
on desktop.
Let's look into it for our next one.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, sounds good. Jack, you want to say anything?
I was just going to say it was nice to finally meet all of you guys that I interact with on Twitter that I haven't met yet. And I definitely will be sending you guys that are going to Vegas and other locations. I'll send you a private DM and let you know
In
about all that.
Florida.
Yeah, Florida. I was trying to think of the other location.
Okay.
I just feel like,
Awesome.
yeah, life right now is just so busy. Does anybody else feel that way too? Like it's just kind of like,
Yeah, for
Yes,
Yes.
like
sure, Jack,
revolving
for sure.
streaming right now, like tonight, tomorrow night, 9:30. Like
yeah,
we're busy. Yeah.
yeah. And I am glad that I was able to squeeze in time for you guys because I know the past couple of shows I wasn't able to join, but we'll be moving soon. So I don't know if this will be my last stream for a little bit. I'll try to get back on again. Sammy, are we going to do it again next month?
Yeah, we're going to be here. And thanks so much for joining, Jack. Join when you can. There's no stress. Like Expensive Taste is going to come on today, but she's got COVID. I said, don't worry about it.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
join. But yeah, come on if you can.
I know
But
she made me lose sleep over that because she's like my favorite, and
no,
so
she's
like
awesome.
now
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight because she didn't come on.
But I'm going to just hurry it up. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate you guys in the crowd. I saw you all there. Too many to mention. You can follow me on Twitter, Sammy Chica. And just we're going to be saying a quick prayer for Ukraine. May God keep the people safe and deliver them from war and make
Yes.
them better. Amen. And I'll be keeping them in my prayers. thank you all so much for joining. Feel free to hang around, because I'd love to talk to you. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you at the end of next month.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That girl thinks she's the queen of the neighborhood. She got the hottest drag in town. That girl, she holds her head up so high. I think I wanna be your best friend, yeah. Rebel girl, rebel girl, rebel girl, you are the queen of my world.
10,
9,
8,
7,
5, 4,
3,
2, 1.